It's a video that called him a reprehensible human being and said Kirk was Dr. Frankenstein and his monster shot him through the neck.
America, Ilhan Omar had one of the most disgusting displays we've ever seen on CNN. She called Charlie Kirk hateful and reprehensible and said his legacy should be in the dustpan of history. And this was just days after the assassination while his family was still grieving. But here's what's really shocking. This interview reveals a deeper truth about what's happening in Minnesota, where Omar's Somalia community has systematically exploited American taxpayers for hundreds of millions of dollars while maintaining primary loyalty to Somalia, not America.
I just not get myself to honor a legacy that I believe was filled with hate, bigotry, and rage baiting. And I think it's really important for us to have this honest conversation about what this man's legacy was.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This story goes way deeper than one disgusting interview. It exposes a systematic pattern of foreign influence and a massive fraud happening right under our noses. Let me break down just how vile Ilhan Omar's performance was on CNN. Even Caitlin Collins, who's no conservative, was pushing back on Omar's extreme rhetoric about a man who was just murdered.
I just think it was the video where it called him Dr. Frankenstein and said his monster shot him through the neck. I mean, obviously this is a person, and looking at this is someone who was a husband and a father, and in the days after his shocking death,
Omar reposted a video calling Charlie Kirk Dr. Frankenstein and saying his monster shot him through the neck. This is happening while his wife and children are still in shock from losing their husband and father. The level of cruelty here, guys, is beyond comprehension.
But I am not going to sit here and be judged for not wanting to honor any legacy this man has left behind. That should be in the dustbin of history, and we should hopefully move on and forget the hate that he spewed every single day.
This is a sitting member of Congress talking about an American citizen who was just assassinated. The hatred and venom in her voice is absolutely chilling. But here's what Collins missed and what the mainstream media refuses to investigate. This interview reveals Omar's true character and the deeper corruption happening in Minnesota. What's happening in Minnesota isn't just about one radical congresswoman. According to analysis, Minneapolis has undergone a dramatic demographic transformation that has fundamentally changed the city's political priorities. The Somalia immigration population has grown so significantly that the mayor of Minneapolis now gives entire speeches in Somalia.
Maaga Egawa Jacob Fry. Doke Magalada, Minneapolis.
Think about that. An American mayor speaking in a foreign language to cater to specific immigration communities that maintain stronger ties to Somalia than America.
So you must have selective hearing, sir, because I said that the people who were full of shit were the people who were saying that Kirk was civil. Thank God. No, that's so much. Who called for public execution of people he disagreed with is not civil.
At Ilhan Omar rallies, speakers openly admit their primary allegiance is to Somalia, not America. This isn't about immigration or assimilation. This is about using American political systems to advance foreign interests while sending American taxpayer money back to Somalia. Get this, 25% of Somalia's entire GDP comes from money sent from the United States. We're literally funding a foreign country's economy through remittance from people who come here as refugees. But the demographic shift is just the beginning. What's really happening in Minnesota is one of the largest welfare fraud schemes in American history, and it directly connects to Omar's community. Over $300 million was stolen from Minnesota's Feeding Our Future program, the money that was supposed to feed hungry American children. Instead, it was systematically looted by Somalia immigrants and sent back to Somalia. 74 people have been charged in this fraud scheme. Let me repeat that. 74 people were involved in stealing money meant to feed hungry kids. One defendant was sentenced to 28 years in prison for stealing $50 million alone.
I have the honor and privilege of representing Minnesotans who I love, who've welcomed my family, who helped raise and educate me, and who have given me the opportunity, the privilege, the honor of representing them in the United States Congress.
Omar talks about representing Minnesotans who welcome my family, but she's not representing Minnesotans. She's representing Somalian interests while American taxpayers get robbed blind. The fraud goes well beyond welfare programs. Omar Fateh, Mr. I'm the Captain Now, a Somalian American running for Minneapolis mayor, is under investigation for money laundering through legislation that benefited his wife's company. Fateh introduced bills that fast-track approvals for housing programs his family profited from. He used his political position to direct taxpayer funds to organizations he had financial ties to. This is textbook corruption, using American political offices to enrich yourself and your family.
I would say, I think she's a disgraceful person. You know, I think she's a disgraceful person, a loser. It's amazing the way people vote. I know it's people from her area, maybe of the world. I don't know. They got here and they vote her in. It's hard to believe, but I think she's a disgusting person.
President Trump called Ilhan Omar a disgusting person, disgraceful person, a loser, and he's absolutely right. But this isn't just about Omar. It's a systematic exploitation of American generosity and the legal systems. This pattern isn't limited to Minnesota. We're seeing similar dynamics in Dearborn, Michigan, where Arabic appears on official police department badges. Muslim activists openly call for the fall of American empire, and the private Sharia law enforcement operates in certain neighborhoods.
You don't hear him talking about the accent of his wife and, you know, the fact that she came here as an immigrant or any of those things, or the fact that she gets to have an opinion even though nobody elected her into office.
Listen to Omar's contempt for America. She attacks the president's wife, questions her right to have opinions, and shows nothing but disdain for the country that gave her family refuge when they had nothing. Leaders in these communities explicitly state their goal is Islamic takeover of America. This isn't conspiracy theory. This is what they openly say at their rallies and community meetings. And how do progressive politicians respond to this systematic fraud and foreign influence? They call anyone who raises concerns racist or a bigot. They continue funding programs despite documented fraud. They celebrate this as social justice and equity.
And so in this moment, I feel great sadness as an American that these are the kind of people that the world gets to see representing us.
But her actions show she's not American in any meaningful sense. Her loyalty is to Somalia. Her community systematically defrauds American taxpayers, and she uses her position to attack American values and institutions. The mainstream media refuses to investigate this because it doesn't fit their narrative. They'd rather attack Americans who point out the obvious than hold foreign-born politicians accountable for their divided loyalties. Let's talk numbers. Billions in taxpayer money are being fraudulently diverted from American communities to foreign interests. Resources meant for American citizens are going to people whose primary loyalty is to other countries. This represents a systematic exploitation of American generosity in our legal immigration system. Instead of immigrants becoming Americans, they're using American systems to advocate foreign interests while maintaining primary loyalty to the countries of their origin.
And I'm also proud of my Somali heritage, and that is not something that they can take away from me. And I just want to say, you know, one thing that the president should understand is that you can't impeach a sitting member of Congress.
Notice what she doesn't say. She doesn't express pride in being American. Her identity is fundamentally foreign, and her political actions reflect that reality. America, Ilhan Omar's disgusting CNN interview wasn't just about Charlie Kirk. It was a window into a systematic corruption and foreign influence that is destroying American cities like Minneapolis. When someone can serve in Congress while openly pledging allegiance to a foreign nation, when hundreds of millions in taxpayer money gets systematically defrauded and sent overseas, when demographic changes create voting majorities and divided loyalties, we're not talking about immigration anymore. We're talking about colonization. The pattern is clear. Use American social programs and welfare systems, build political power through population growth, pass legislation that benefits foreign interests, and send American tax money back to the home country, all while maintaining that anyone who objects is racist. This is what happens when multiculturalism replaces assimilation, and when American guilt prevents honest discussions about immigration, integration, and national loyalty. Omar's venom towards Charlie Kirk while his family grieves shows exactly who she really is and what she really represents. The question isn't whether Omar has the right to her opinion, it's whether someone with so much obvious contempt for America and Americans should be representing us in Congress. Her own words and actions provide the answers. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.